On the 30th of May at 8:33 p.m. in the UK, I, like millions of people around the world, watched the flawless launch of the Spacex Falcon 9 carrying the Crew Dragon. For me, it was pure perfection. The beautiful rocket taking off and then landing itself like something out of a sci-fi film. However, this is when the conspiracy nuts kicked in. On one Facebook page, a conversation started among conspiracy theorists, saying it was suspicious the way that the camera cut out at every significant moment in the launch. Although they all seem to be referring to the same moment, when the camera cut out as Falcon 9 was landing on the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. If you've never seen these remarkable machines before, type Falcon rocket landing into YouTube, and there are loads of videos of these amazing machines which land themselves after they've taken their payload up into orbit. And although there are plenty of videos of the Falcon rockets landing successfully and unsuccessfully, there are very few where it's caught by the deck-mounted camera on the drone ships. If you've got satellite television, you'll know that with a strong gust of wind, you lose your TV signal. So it's understandable that the signal from the ship is lost for a few seconds when a fucking rocket lands on it. Later that night, at 10:10, I stood in my back garden and watched the ISS go past. And 5 minutes later came Crew Dragon. For me, it was awe-inspiring, watching this tiny dot, knowing it's a spacecraft making its second pass over the UK on its way to dock with the ISS. But that wasn't enough for the conspiracy nuts. Yes, the tinfoil hat brigade, the people for whom, when they're not watching misinformed videos on YouTube at 3 a.m, are masturbating furiously while sniffing their sister's soiled panties, they saw something else. It's CGI! See, no one believes that's real! It's CGI! Yes, apparently, the thing which millions of us saw with our own eyes is computer generated. Although that would suggest the sky is also computer generated. Has it always been like this? When Galileo first looked up to the heavens, did one of his colleagues walk past and go, "Fucking CGI that is, mate"? And still, the conspiracy chaps weren't done. On Sunday, I watched 5 hours solid of Dragon docking with the ISS and the astronauts coming aboard. It's all being done in a Hollywood studio. That isn't real. Because you can't have anything to do with space without saying Hollywood are filming it. But my question to conspiracy theorists is this. Which studio is it taking place in? And I ask that because conspiracy theorists always come across like they know fucking everything. So if it's being filmed in a studio, which fucking studio is it in, when's it being fucking filmed, and who's the fucking director? Then there were the personal attacks on Elon Musk. Now, I'm not a big fan of the guy. I mean, he's a multi-billionaire who seems a bit unstable with a fleet of spacecraft. Essentially, he's the villain in Moonraker. But a conspiracy theory from a couple of years ago has now resurfaced, and that's connected to the Falcon Heavy rocket. Falcon Heavy is currently the most powerful rocket available, and back in 2018, SpaceX sent a Tesla Roadster into space. Inside the car was a dummy wearing a spacesuit, but some people say it's more sinister than that. This was Elon Musk getting away with murder. The theory goes that Elon had either killed someone and put the body in the spacesuit, or more chillingly, that someone had been drugged and put into the spacesuit and would die in space. Is it just me, or does that seem somewhat elaborate? If you were planning on killing someone, would your thought process begin with, "I'll start a company that builds rockets. Then I'll spend several years and billions of dollars developing these rockets to the point that they're reliable. Then, after finally carrying out the murder, put the body into said spacecraft, fire it into the sky, then put it on display for the entire world to see"? And these are the same people who are saying that because the feed cut out for a few seconds when Falcon 9 was landing, it must all be bullshit. But which group of people have been the most triggered? Flat earthers are losing their fucking minds. Because from a height of 262 miles aboard the ISS, you can clearly see that the Earth is curved. Fisheye lenses, GoPro cameras, water finds a level. There's no such thing as gravity. Wake up, sheeple! So, all those space deniers and flat earthers will go back to furiously smashing the buttons on their keyboards, claiming they know the truth. NASA has given them a damn good kick in the face. And with NASA set to return to the moon in 2024, in just 4 years, conspiracy theorists, it's game over. Even that won't be enough. Logic and reason doesn't work with these people. Never argue with an idiot, they'll drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience.